Goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Ridden in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
They pumped up? Are they? Yeah, you can still play with it. Give us a look, Samir. Give us a look. Give us a look. Just make sure. Come on.
Just 5 minutes will do.
Bang 3.
Bro, I'm so fucking sad. It's embarrassing.
We have
bicycle kick, a free kick.
I don't know, I just got a little bit confused. So I'm looking away, home. So I was just saying that. What happened? Yeah, I know. This is the first time in 4 years since I've been there. Oh, that doesn't matter really. It's my superstition. Yeah. Sure? No. You want to go there? That's where we went. Where we belong. Yeah. There wasn't here. I'm trying to wait to smash that. Fuck, I'm not talking to him today. I'm talking to him. Yeah, but like sometimes like before the game, they swap. One down there, one down there. No, it's always the same. They always do it like that. What is? It's a rectangle.
I like your reaction. Is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Feel Good Physio Co Stadium. It's a round 2 action in the NPLSA tonight. We've got a mouth-watering clash ahead. It's Para Hills Knights, fresh off their impressive win, back at home in the NPL, and they mean business. Standing in their way tonight is Adelaide City, heavy favourites after a commanding 4-0 victory last week. And joining me in the commentary booth tonight is the insightful David Grant, ready to provide expert analysis throughout the game. David.
Insightful. Well, thanks very much, Alessio. I appreciate that. I'm not sure I've ever been called that, but yeah, looking forward to this. It's my first week back. I missed the first round, so I'm very excited. It feels like it's all new to me again. So yeah, looking forward to this one.
Well, everybody back home, get ready for the action. It's Para Hills Knights versus Adelaide City, and it's live. As the teams come out, we'll go through the starting lineups of both sides as well. Starting with the home side, Para Hills Knights. Number 5, Jack Mitsulis. Number 6, Lionel Mutitira. Number 9, Abu Hussein. Number 10, the captain, Diego Oliveira. Number 11, Ali Muradi. Number 12, Keshav Stresta. Number 16, Cairo Felix. Number 17, Omid Musawi. Number 19, Vian Kurikwamana. Number 23, Harrison Conant. And the goalkeeper, number 99, Yanni Delengis. The away side sporting their pink kit tonight, David. Adelaide City.
Salmon kit.
They're starting with number 4, Akok Arok. Number 5, Karen Stokes. Number 7, Daniel Bressan. Number 10, the captain, Nicholas Bucco. Number 21, Fergus Lynch. Number 22, Juan Gutierrez. Number 23, Yared Abichu. Number 25, Luis Lowry Latanzio. Number 27, Harry Thomas. Number 33, the goalkeeper, Dakota Oshenham. And number 77, Peter Acott. Perfect night for footy here at the paddocks. Bit of a crowd forming around us as well, David.
Yeah, it's good. Friday night football, everyone's knocked off work and come down here. The locals are out and they're in good numbers, so yeah, this match should be great. The two sides both won their opening matches last week. Adelaide City 4-0 and Para Hills 1-3-2, of course. So this is a big game. This will put the winner of this, nicely at the top of the table or thereabouts.
That is for sure. We've got a couple ins for both sides as well. A new captain this week for Para Hills, Diego De Oliveira. He's come back after an injury last week, and that means Mark Ulaj, who was the skipper last week, dropped to the bench. Couple ins for Adelaide City. Young Harry Thomas making his debut for the Adelaide City side as well. So we get underway here now. Gutierrez in his familiar right fullback role. And Bucco looks like he's leading the line early on here. Go through a couple of the other ins. They're on the bench for most teams as well. For Adelaide City, it's their new signing, Adam Pictionary, who's found his way on the bench after not appearing last week. They've also got new sub-goalkeeper George Zacharakis, who's joined on the bench with some more familiar names from last week as well. Para Hills Knights, on the other hand, as we talked about before, Mark Ulaj has dropped to the bench this evening. And Logan Marley McFall finds himself on the bench as well. Couple ins and outs. You expecting anything from those players?
Well, I mean, they've in this early stage of the season, second game in, they've all got a bit to prove. They'll be trying to cement spots for themselves in the starting 11. So I'm just expecting them to try and put in as much, as big an effort as they can to try and get themselves a regular spot, because that's what they'll be looking for early on.
Early handball shout there in the defence. I think the referee could see most of that, and he's waved that away.
Entirely accidental, but in this day and age, the rules have changed a little bit, and that did look like it struck the hand, but it was quick, wasn't it?
It's going to be interesting to see what formations both these sides play. To my knowledge, they both employ a similar 4-2-2 formation. 2 defensive midfielders, 2 wide 10s, and 2 dangerous strikers. Looks like with the out this week for Adelaide City was Matthew Dorber, their number 9. And it looks like from the early stages of this game, it's going to be Luis Larry Latanzio and Nicholas Bucco commanding that front 2 position, while new addition Harry Thomas and Peter Acott occupy the wings. Turnover in the middle of the park, though. Here's De Oliveira over the top. Interesting back pass there from Arok. And Dakota Oshenham clears the lines.
Yeah, the goalkeeper Roshenham had to be on his toes there, but he dealt with it well. I mean, he was back in his goal line to clear it in good time, but a couple of misplaced passes in the middle from both sides there as Adelaide City's early couple of minute dominance is just being unsettled now as Para Hills come into it a little bit.
As that ball goes out on the far touchline. Also like to mention we've got on boundary tonight Seb O'Neill. He was my partner last week for Para Hills. So Seb, how's it looking down there?
Yeah, you know, the weather's looking great already so far. It's been a nice night for football. Crowd is very slowly building, and already both coaches' boxes very loud in their instructions. Should be a great game, and as the ABBA song goes, the winner will take it all.
As you noticed as well when you went down there, Seb, the coaches' boxes are very close to each other, but it looks like Adelaide City has strategically put theirs to the edge of the left side of the box, and Para Hills has gone right up to the touchline. So hopefully no bickering between those two coaching boxes.
Yeah, right before kickoff I noticed the Adelaide City coaching staff move their chairs much further to the left than Para Hills Knights have, so hopefully less bickering, as you said, in conversation, but we'll see how it goes depending on how feisty this one gets.
Mitsulis clears that and he wins it for Para Hills on the near side now. It's going to be Cairo Felix, one of the standouts last week as a left fullback for Para Hills, David.
Yep.
Seb and I both noticed him from the off. Very good dribbler as well,
yep.
That left back.
Yep. Yeah, once they get settled in, it'll be interesting to see what formations, like you mentioned before. I was trying to pick it out before. I think Adelaide City have got 4 at the back when they're defending, but maybe just 3 at the back when they're going forward with 2 holding midfielders. Captain Bucco now with the ball spreads it out left as Adelaide City seek to build on their early pressure.
It's Fergus Lynch now on the far side.
It's quite compact over there, isn't it? I mean, all 20 outfield players are probably within a sort of 30 metres of each other. It's really quite compact.
Of course, some storylines in this match as well. You've got Kurik Romana for Para Hills playing against his former side. And you've got some ex-teammates in Keshav Strethler and Fergus Lynch, formerly of Adelaide United Youth, both of them. Para Hills now come away with it. It's Conant. Looks for Hussein now. Bit scrappy in that midfield, as you said, so far.
Yeah, very compact. Not a lot of space when the ball's in the centre of the park there.
I think both these sides as well are really known for their high pressing, and as you can see there again, it's Abu Hussein leading from the front at the moment, but Paul Pezos style of football has always been trying to be on the front foot, pressing early and playing out, as you see here as well. But one of the things we noticed from Para Hills last week was how well they put pressure on the Modbury Jet side and forced them into so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Almost every second ball in that first half was just falling to a black and white player, and they're going to hope for more of that tonight.
Yeah. These opening sort of 5 minutes have been quite rushed, haven't they? Neither side looks like they're settled yet. It's been played at quite a frenetic sort of pace.
Muhitira now goes long, looking for Muradi. Nobody there on the end of that one. And Abichu clears long. Couple new signings for both sides. It's going to be interesting for me to see, at least for the Adelaide City counterparts, what they can do. Obviously, you've got some debuts that could happen on the bench for both sides, but for me, it's Yared Abichu in that centre midfield role and Harry Thomas on that left flank. Gets it in behind.
Offside, I think.
It was Abu Hussein who got himself in behind there, but the linesman was wary to his advances and puts the flag up very early there. We'd like to see that.
Yeah, no, linesman was onto it straight away. He'd no doubt in his mind. So, and to be honest, not a lot of complaint from Para Hills. So, seems to be legitimate enough as Gutierrez now plays a long ball up.
Here's Bucco. The referee pulls that back for a foul on Bressan. Up to play early now, Adelaide City. It's a cop. Under a lot of pressure from Felix. I think one thing you're going to see as well tonight with the miss of Matthew Dorber, those long balls that we saw Adelaide City try and make there, it's probably something they're going to want to have a little bit less of tonight.
Yeah, that's typically what he might have run onto, isn't it? So I don't know who would fill that space, who would be the person that's doing that in Dauber's absence. But they haven't looked. Adelaide City haven't looked like they've got someone who's, super fast up front just yet, or really putting that pressure on that last man. Para Hills have now settled a little bit. I think those first 5 minutes, Para Hills were really on the back foot as City pressed, maybe for an early equaliser. Game, we're sort of 10 minutes in now, is starting to settle down a little bit, and it's a little bit more even, I would say.
Definitely is going to be interesting as well to see what this keeper, Yanni Delengas, got the man of the match performance last week against one of the favourites in this league and one of the top scorers so far, 4 goals in the first game.
He had a cracker though, didn't he? I mean, he really played well last week. In fact, you could potentially say that he's the reason they won, because his form certainly kept Modbury Jets out, didn't it? I mean, some of his saves were superb.
Yeah, especially right near the end, the last 10 minutes. They were 3-2 up against all the support of the home side Modbury Jets, and he still kept his cool in between the sticks and made some fantastic diving saves to the top corner and claimed some corners as well, which is very influential in the last few minutes of a game.
Yeah. Diving saves on a synthetic pitch, eh?
Mitsoulis now looks long. Finds the same result as the Adelaide City long balls so far. Straight to the defender's feet. Krukwamana now. Good drop of the shoulder now.
That's good quick feet by Para Hills there, eh? Got themselves out of the... got themselves out of that tight situation with some nice quick feet.
I'm sure he wants to put on a show as well tonight, Krukwamana, playing against his old side, his old boss as well. Didn't get the minutes he wanted when he was there, so he had to move.
Yeah.
Won a Federation Cup there, though, to my knowledge, and now he's found himself in the centre of midfield here at Para Hills, which is a position that, as we said last week, is familiar to him in the African Cup. But in the league, he's usually been playing as a winger or a second striker at times, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do, if he can get himself on the score sheet as well, which he has in the last few seasons in vital moments as well. Felix being ushered out there by Cott.
Might be time to cut down pitch side to our associate down there, young Seb. See if he has... Or should we wait for this little...
Just wait for it to get out of this corner first, so there's no opportunity.
There we go. Can we cut down to Seb? And
yeah, we'll cut down to Seb, see what is happening on the bench there. The Para Hills Knights coaching staff, are they happy with this start?
Yeah, I mean, as you said before with the early disallowed goal, they didn't argue too much. Of course, disappointed, and there was hardly any movement from the Adelaide City bench. So definitely still tight down here. And of course, as well, just a reminder as well that we've got South Adelaide versus Adelaide Comets happening on the complete almost opposite side of Adelaide, which will keep you updated with throughout the match. I'll make sure to tell you who scores and everything like that in between.
Yeah, we look live at that update right now. It does look like it's 1-0 to Comets in the 15th minute. So playing away there at South
Stealing my
Adelaide
job
Panthers. Yes.
Didn't even let me do it.
How do you mute him? Where's the mute button? Anyway, Adelaide City corner here on the far right. After a little breakthrough there, they had a little run through and goal. It looked quite promising, but
it's going to be Bressan who whips this in. Up slow. Bucco. Bouncing around in the box there, and somehow Para Hills looked to be clearing this.
It was a nice strike by Bucco, but it was into a forest of legs, really, wasn't it? You know, he wasn't going to get through there. But he was in the right place, wasn't he?
Was that a Paul Scholes-esque chance there for Bucco on the edge of the box? A volley from a corner?
Yeah, well, he scores volleys, doesn't he? Bucco, that was in the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did find him on the edge of the box with a lot of time and space, and he probably didn't get the best connection that he wanted there.
No. Keeper would have been quite unsighted, but he was aiming through, like I said, it was just a forest full of legs, so it would have just been lucky if that had got through, right?
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Delengas now with a goal kick. Cott to win that one. Look at the last names as well. I wonder if this Diego de Oliveira is ever related to Bernardo Oliveira from Adelaide United.
Yeah.
Both Brazilian. You never know. Maybe Casio brought one of his relatives down here when he came to play.
Well, possibly, yeah.
Just a score update for you guys. 2-0 at South Adelaide to the Wave Adelaide Comets. A Roberto Fernandez Garrido brace. One from a bit of a cutback that was a bit messy in the box, but then one from outside of the box where he managed to hit it well, but Lewis Moss couldn't really get it under control of his hands and pretty much just rolled past him there. So 2-0 down at South Adelaide, the Way of Adelaide Comets.
Well, what a start there for the new signing of Larry Latanzio. So he's in behind here, has the volley.
Ooh.
Just past the post there. Good opening there for Adelaide City.
Yeah, that was great. Buko, little ball over the top. Fantastic little ball over the top, really. So they're creating the little spaces, but just haven't been able to put any of them away yet, or even get them on target. I mean, really, that should have been on target. If we were going to be cruel and critical, then we'd have to say that should have been on target. But great little opportunity, and City have just made a couple of little openings there that have showed a bit more promise than before, or in the certainly last 10 minutes.
As we were saying just before we got rudely interrupted by a chance from Adelaide City. What a start there for the new signing for Adelaide Comets. Garrido scored in his first game, and he had such good form in the preseason as well, and he's already got 2 to his name tonight. Had a tough away ground to go to as well, South Adelaide Panthers.
That's right, yeah. Nice stop by Oxenham, the goalkeeper. Look at that, and then headed back.
Cool under pressure there,
Yeah.
Karen Stokes.
Yeah, South Adelaide will be disappointed with that. I mean, that's them conceded 6 goals in their first 2 games. As Buko now breaks through towards the edge of the area. Heavy challenge, but the ball breaks through to Para Hills Knights. Connacht comes away on the left-hand side for Para Hills.
Good touch there from Hussein. Unleashes Connacht on this left side now. Looks for the 1-2. Marshalled out by Karen Stokes this time. Another interesting storyline with a new signing of Larry Latanzio into this Adelaide City team. It's 2 opposite ends of the Melbourne Derby ex-players. Larry Latanzio for Melbourne Victory and Karen Stokes for Melbourne City.
Right, got you. Yeah.
It's an interesting storyline to see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they ever played up against each other per se, but they definitely both represented the original Melbourne teams from both sides.
Yeah. No, I mean, South Adelaide obviously in a little bit of trouble, conceded 4 goals last week and conceded 2 today, and, you wonder how they're going to stop that, flow, because, I mean, maybe they'd sign a lot of points if they signed Hibs goalie, of course, but you wonder how they're going to be able to stop that goal route, Got to do something at the back to try and be a bit tighter, I think.
Those 2 goals from South Adelaide coming in the 13th and 15th minute, by the way. So 2 very quick-fire ones. I did just check, by the way. I don't think Karen Stokes or Lewis Latanzio even featured on the bench against each other in a Melbourne derby, unfortunately for us.
Well, aren't you the bringer of great news?
Well, maybe they got some good connections then, Adelaide City, if they've had no rivalries per se face-to-face in the derby. Otherwise, this game has started with such a good flow so far, David, don't you think?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's been a good game to watch. I'll make a little judgment. What are we, 15 minutes in? I would say Adelaide City have just been marginally the better of the 2, but, Para Hills have looked pretty solid at the back, The little balls over the top seem to have worked for Adelaide City, and I just wonder if maybe that's going to work for them if they persevere. Eventually maybe they might get something out of it. Having said that, Para Hills are the ones that have had the ball in the net, because they've had 1 shot on target and 1 shot on goal and 1 shot on target, whereas Cities have just been a little bit wasteful in terms of getting their shots on target, a little bit wide or well blocked, but be interesting to see what the next 10 minutes does, what we get from the next 10 minutes, should I say.
Oliveira now looks for Murati on the other side. Goes out for a throw-in. One of the disadvantages probably from playing this formation as well, both teams, is there might be a big gap in the midfield. Obviously, those wide 10s really want to stay wide and occupy those wings, and maybe the strikers want to stay up high. So it's interesting to see that both teams employing that. That might be the gap where at the moment, it looks like Adelaide City is the ones who've been profiting from it so far.
Yeah.
Where you see 2 or 3 of them in the midfield. Buko usually is dropping deep there, and he's picking it up and looking for a ball over the top. So far for Para Hills, it looks like the 2 strikers in Hussein and Musawi staying high, and it doesn't look like they're getting on the ball deep. Kurukwamana, audacious attempt there, and it looks like it.
Yeah. Oxenham must have just carried it over, or did it deflect as it went in?
I reckon he's possibly picked it up when he was outside of the pitch, possibly, but the linesman's seen better, and it's going to be a first set piece for Para Hills.
Yep, corner on the far side. So I'll wait for. I'll just wait. I was just going to add something to what you said before about the midfield, but we'll just wait for this little passage of play.
Muradi now, the marauding fullback, clips on back post. Too far though, as you were saying, David.
I've just felt the midfield's actually been a little bit congested. I mean, I'm not sure when you were saying you felt there was a little bit of space in there. For me, it's actually just been a little bit congested in midfield, and maybe that's because both sides are playing with holding midfielders, and they're playing with 2 holding midfielders, we think. So then you've got kind of got that congestion in midfield, but it has been quite a compressed game.
As you said at the start, though, building out from the back, the Adelaide City defence line looks like Fergus Lynch, the number 21, has been stepping into midfield and almost creating a back 3 for Adelaide City there, and leaving Harry Thomas all the space down the wing to explore.
Yeah.
Para Hills bench not happy with that one.
Adelaide City pretty quick onto the ball, though, aren't they? I mean, when they lose it, they want it back pretty quickly, and that's what you're seeing there.
It's good to see from Regis as well, letting the game flow. Tackles like that, I'm sure in other leagues you would see him stop for that and break down the move, but hands were down and he didn't push him intentionally, Juan Gutierrez, so he's let that play, Regis, and now they've got a chance here. Harry Thomas on the left side, keeps it in just about.
Gosh, your eyesight's good. Harry Thomas on the far side, he's a mile away from me.
I just look at the shirt, numbers 27, that's Harry Thomas.
Yeah, no, you're doing well.
I think he's the only left footer in this team for Adelaide City, possibly. I think Fergus Lynch is a natural right fullback, so I think he might be right footed, but I think could be the only left footer in this team for Adelaide City. Here's Lowry Latanzio. Again, Para Hills looking for a long ball, and there's numbers back for Adelaide City. Regis playing on now. Arok putting that into the far touchline now. Cott does get around Felix now. Cuts it back. Oh. Good defensive interception there from Mitsoulas.
Got to be on your toes when a Cott's on you, haven't you? You can't muck around with it too much.
We did mention that Cairo Felix had quite the game last week, but it looks like it could be a bit of a mismatch, especially height-wise, between Cott and him. I think that's probably the tallest and maybe the smallest player on the field for both teams.
True, but whoever you put on a Cott, I mean, he must be about 7 foot tall. Whoever you put on there might be a bit of a mismatch.
But Para Hills do have the height in the centre of defence with Mitsoulas and Muhutira. It's going to be Harry Thomas now taking this on the left foot.
Yeah.
See if he can get this deeper compared to the last one. Does put it far post. Buko was there. Delengus with a punch. Still bouncing around there.
Great corner by Harry Thomas, wasn't it? I mean, it was the height of it, the way it dipped at the end at the back post. I mean, the keeper couldn't get anywhere near it. There was no chance he was going to be able to get it, and it's just fallen right up to the back post, just dipped beautifully at the back. That's a great corner.
That's the advantage of having a left footer as well on your team. Maybe he's going to be the set piece taker for the foreseeable future of this game, but with a foot like that, put it on anyone's foot.
Yeah.
Just on that corner, boys, that was specifically instructed by the Adelaide City bench to let Harry Thomas take it and not Nick Buko, very clearly saying that they want Harry to put it at the back post on someone's head. So a well-planned corner routine and almost pulling out to perfection, other than really the goal probably.
Yeah, we were talking about mismatches, and it was Booker at the far post, probably not the tallest player to play it to pick out, especially when you've got those two centre-backs at Para Hills like we mentioned before. So it'll be interesting to see if they could probably get somebody like Yared Abichu, or maybe a rock on the end of that back post.
Yeah, Abichu would be my bet. I'd be wanting him up there, you know, to challenge for those kind of balls. He's a big, strong-looking guy, and I think he would probably be probably have the capability of being quite dominant up there in the air.
Well, we did see last week, goal from a set piece for Adelaide City was a Bucco delivery and a rock header. So they are looking to do that again today. That's who you got to find at the back post. For this set piece, it looks like those two, Abichu and Arok, were almost taking it themselves. It looks like it's going to be Bucco now.
Yeah.
Come deep to take this. And let's see if he could pick out either of those two from the head from this one.
It's Nick Bucco would probably have a shot at goal, wouldn't he?
Bucco now. Floats it to the keeper. Thomas looking for a bouncer. It's going to be Hussein now who breaks away. Conant, if he can find somebody over the top here. Tackle off the ball on Stresta. De Oliveira now looks back post for Hussein. Can he keep this alive?
It's gone. Just to come back to the free kick there, I think Bucco's free kick was just perfectly placed, wasn't it? It just had no takers. The ball's just floated into the middle, perfect head height, and just no challengers from Adelaide City. It just needed a glance, but there was nobody there. So that was a wee bit disappointing, but Para Hills quick to counter-attack, even if it came to nothing.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a dangerous area that Booker put that into, just above the penalty spot. It's always hard for a keeper to either come and claim that or have trust in his defence to get a header away.
Yeah, it was a nice free kick. It just deserved more, I think, or I feel. You know, ball comes in like that, head height, just needs a glance, and there was just nobody there from Adelaide City.
Thomas now.
So should we invite Seb for a comment, or do we just, what's the format here? Anything for us, Seb?
Not too much as of yet. Both benches, as said previously, screaming out instructions. Paul Pezos pretty much been on his feet screaming the whole game.
Cott now drives inside, deflected and in from Peter Acott. The left foot strike early in this first half has looped over the keeper, and he's put his side ahead, David.
Yeah, he has. Look, the pressure's finally paid off. I kind of felt that might have been coming, but do you know what? If it hadn't been a deflection, I think the goalkeeper would have had that covered. Delangus, I reckon, would have had that covered in the Para Hills goal had it not taken that deflection.
Looks like Regis is having a word with somebody here as well. It is going to be Kirk Roman. I'm not sure if he said anything behind the play there, but a Bucco assist this time. He got one last week.
Yep.
Again, nice crossfield ball to Acott, and he took on Cairo Felix. I don't know if it was Felix who got the deflection in the end, but they're always difficult for a keeper when a rasping shot like that comes in, loops over you as well. It's impossible to judge.
You can't fault Delangus, the Para Hills goalkeeper. I think his positioning was okay. I'm just pretty sure that he'd have caught that quite comfortably had it not had taken that deflection. But that deflection allowed it to loop quite high up in there and just dip over the back. So, yeah, but for me, that's a kind of reflection of play. You know, I think Adelaide City, it's been coming for a little while, and I think they've probably been marginally the better of the two. Well, the Para Hills are coming through now on the left-hand side.
It's Musawi this time.
Yep.
2v1 there on the defensive side for Adelaide City. And that goal coming in the 26th minute. I think he'll still get it to claim it, Peter Acott, even it had that wicked deflection. I think it was going on target either way.
Oh, yeah, certainly on target. But cruel deflection.
What an introduction as well, the new signing, Peter Acott. Scored a penalty last week on the score sheet again this early. And new signings are starting to shine for Adelaide City here.
Could have done a bit more with the celebration, really, couldn't he? Sort of ran over to the corner. I was expecting, I don't know, backflip, shirt over the head, slide, or something like that. But they need to work on that for next week.
Probably get booked for everything these days, so sure he wants to keep himself on the park and not give Pezos any doubt in keeping him on there as well.
You can't talk about yellow cards, Alessio.
What was the reaction down on the bench from the Para Hills bench to the goal? I mean, obviously Adelaide City were, we saw what they were doing. They were jumping around, quite happily celebrating, of course. But any complaints, or Para Hills were quite happy to accept it?
Not really, yeah. It was pretty quiet, to be honest, very reserved. I think whoever was standing up pretty much just sat straight back down and sort of got back to giving the team instructions, whereas Adelaide City, a few celebrations, but nothing too crazy. We're pretty early in the game.
Yeah.
But, absolutely.
I had noticed the Para Hills Knights coaching group sort of complaining a little bit about recurring fouls or repeating fouls. The complaints were directed at the referee, Regis, but I think he's had a good game so far, but I just wondered if there'd been any complaints in the lead up to the goal. But look good from our perspective. Nice finish. Just that deflection.
Yeah, nothing too bad, to be honest. I think just a few frustrations uttered from most of the bench and the coaching staff for Para Hills Knights after conceding the goals. We see the ball go out of the stadium, but yeah, nothing too bad. But mamma mia, what a goal!
You're a super trooper down there with all your side comments. Well done. Gutierrez with the throw for Adelaide City on the right hand side here, just in front of our little media box. Adelaide City seek to build from the back. Nice ball over the top.
Late challenge there from Stokes on Stressler.
Come away, Cairo. Come away. Get the space. Take the space. And come.
It's a beautiful night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too cold as well, which I'm happy for. Yeah. We're up here in the media box, and it's not warm jumper weather yet, puffers yet. See Pezos on the sideline with a t-shirt as well. I'm sure he's not too chilly as well.
Won't be long and we'll be complaining about the cold, but it's just a beautiful night here in Adelaide.
Beautiful pitch as well. This is the first time I've called from here as well. I'm sure it's the same for you. And the lights look like they're brightening the pitch up quite well as well. And those new nets behind the goals as well. It's the first time I've seen him, and hoping they're not going to have to catch too many tonight though, David.
No.
It's Bucco this time spraying it out to Harry Thomas. Marati with the tackle. And it is going to be a late call from the referee to award the free kick to Adelaide City there, David.
Yeah. He just maybe needed a wee minute just to have a think about it. But dangerous spot again. And it looks like Bucco's lining up to take it.
I thought it was, 50-50 on that side. Looked like both players went in for the ball and came out second best, both of them. But
yeah,
he must have seen maybe some studs showing or high foot, something like that.
Again, not a lot of complaint from the Para Hills players, and they're down there on the pitch, obviously. So, assuming it was legitimate.
Sure, it's going to be a Bucco strike from this range. See what he can do. The number 10.
Yanni, be ready for shot. Yanni, be ready for the shot.
It's Bucco.
Jeez.
Just past the post there. I thought that was going to bounce in there.
Yeah. The wall looked like it was a long way back, didn't it? I don't know why that happened or how that happened, but that wall looked like it was 15 yards back. Big gap, which maybe gave Bucco a bit more space or to aim before the ball did. But he hit it quite low, didn't he? Hard to tell from here how wide it was, of course. But
Can't even see the edge of the box lines from up here as well, so I'm not sure how far away from that was.
I love being sat down here, boys, because you can hear everything from the benches. Even when Nick Booker was lining up, you could hear players from the Barrows Knights benches pretty much telling the coaching staff that he's going to shoot. There's no way he doesn't shoot, so
Yeah.
even they know the capabilities of Nick Booker.
Here goes Conant. Not too many options forward. Felix has gone too sane.
The other thing I mentioned quickly to you is that when we came in, we had a bit of a chat with the groundsman at the side when we came in, and he was talking about the pitch measurements, and it's quite a narrow pitch. They've actually narrowed it this year. It's only 60 odd metres across, and I wonder if that's maybe helped, causing a little bit of the congestion that we did see. I'll just hold off for a minute. But the pitch is quite long. It's quite a long pitch. It's over 100 metres long, but it's only 68 or so across, so quite a narrow field.
Yeah, we have seen in the past as well. I'm sure it's not just for this game, but I think I could remember back when Beergrad played Adelaide City and this Pezos team, and they're so good with possession that Beergrad decided to move their dimensions of their pitch in to try and congest it and congest that midfield. Hope maybe Parra Hills are trying to do that for every team that comes here this season, and they've made it shorter widthways and longer lengthways, so see what they can do with that and what difference it happens. Nothing so far. Looks like Adelaide City have been able to play through with ease today.
Yeah. But not on the deck. I sort of feel that they've been playing through over the top more than on the deck as the pressure's applied here.
Larry Latanzio in the box, looks for a cutback. It's cleared from Parra Hills now. That was De Oliveira, the captain. Under some pressure now. That was sloppy defending from Parra Hills as Larry Latanzio pounced on the mistake and dribbled into the box. It's going to be Harry Thomas again from this side. Let's see what he does this time and who's floating at that back stick.
Yeah, Buko's at the back again.
Could see Abichu there unmarked as well behind Karen Stokes. Close to the keeper. Off the post. Not sure who's got their head onto that one, but bounced low and off the base of the post.
That was hard to pick out. I mean, it was like seeing a whole lot of Zaphod Beeblebroxes up there. There was that many heads up there, wasn't it? But it was a good corner. Maybe a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, so I'll let you talk this one through.
It's Fergus Lynch now. And the strike of a defender, that one.
Yeah, that was
rolling just past the post.
I won't be writing postcards back home about that one. That was poor. It looked good as he came through, but his shot was poor at the end, wasn't it? But no, the corner was good again. Created a little bit of panic, but it was just a bit too close to the keeper, and nothing's come of it. So still 1-0 for Adelaide City. If you've just joined us,
here's Musawi this time. Looks for Kurik Romana. Through the legs there from Musawi. Tries to unleash Hussein, and ball is just too easy to defend from Adelaide City so far.
Difficult to play out the back there. I get playing out the back, but I don't get it when the team you're trying to beat is so highly pressed. And you've got no spare options. Sometimes it's better just to clear it, right?
Yeah, we saw that from both sides as well at the start of this game. There was a passage of play where the goalkeeper was right in the box with a lot of pressure and playing out just like this from Adelaide City, and then not too long in the move it went down the other end and Parra Hills were doing exactly the same. So we're saying the formations are quite similar, maybe the play style is as well.
Yeah. Now
it's a cot, showing too much of it to Felix. Good battle there on this side.
Yep.
Faces him up again this time. Peter Acott, too close to the keeper.
Yeah, it was a poor cross at the end of all that. I think once he found the space, he probably didn't realise he had the time. So he got himself into that space, and I'm not sure he looked up. He just hit a cross in that was really just straight to the keeper, wasn't it?
Another long ball from Parra Hills this time as well. So we were saying Adelaide City have been struggling to play through this team. I think Parra Hills have been having the same mistakes so far. And it seems like, as you see here, Harry Thomas has got the overlap of Fergus Lynch. That's his brother Henry. Looks for the back heel.
It's just opened up a little bit, hasn't it? I mean, the players are just a little bit further apart from each other. There's a little bit more space. And the passes are a little bit longer. In other words, to begin with, there were really short passes. It was all tight and compressed, but now there just seems to be a little bit more space. So I don't know if that's just
Thomas
because the
now
team
winning
have
it.
settled in. But
I think as well, as you can see, just above the halfway line, it seems like the second balls Adelaide City are winning after a failed long ball from Para Hills is where they're getting their joy so far. And if it's Buko or if it's Bressan, who's just above the centre circle, and he can get a ball there and spray it out wide either side to a cut. Finds Bressan left foot. Para Hills now, how are they going to play out of this one? Felix goes long again this time, and there's 2v1 here for Adelaide City. It's quite simple to defend. Kirk Romana now.
gosh, good football. When was the ball last out of play? I think we've had about 3 minutes of constant play, so it's probably only about 5 minutes to go. Young Seb's giving me a bit of a wave down there on the touchline. Far be it from me to instruct you to direct the audio down to him, but he might have something for us.
Yeah, it's another goal down at South Adelaide. Just checking who scored it now, but 3-0 up to Comets. Just checking who the goal scorer was this time. I think it was an own goal, actually, coming off the Adelaide Comets defence. As we said, the first goal coming from Roberto Fernandez-Garrido with a half-decent finish. Then the second, the ball getting shot from out to the side of the box, and then Lewis Moss having the ball slipping through his fingers. And then 3-0 up to Adelaide Comets with the own goal within the first half.
Well, yes, that's a big scoreline occurring down there at South Adelaide. 3-0 to the away side. Seems like tonight the away sides are the ones that are profiting so far. And I'm sure, as you can see from the camera as well, we've got quite a crowd on the edge of the pitches, especially behind us on this bench side at least. Can't see quite well into the grandstand on that clubroom side, but definitely going to be getting a bit of atmosphere here now. It's Buko. He's overhit that one well and truly, out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, good little Friday crowd. We'll have to make our way over to the barbecue a bit later. There's was it John's Scottish Barbecue? Deep fries everything over there, so we'll head over there at half time for something.
Yep, Scottish John's Barbecue on the far side there.
Yeah. And
Your brother.
And apparently the man is here. He was late in arriving, so one of his apprentice cooks had to start the barbecue up. But I understand that John's there now, so we'll need to head over. I don't know what he's frying up, but
Did he come with his Scottish spices? Is that what they were missing?
yeah.
I was going to say, I can't imagine a conversation between you two. Wouldn't be able to understand anything.
I'll take my subtitles over. No, tough game for South Adelaide down there. Sounds like they've met their Waterloo. So
we see some water getting shared on this pitch as well. Looks like De Oliveira, the captain for Para Hills, is struggling out there in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
He did miss last week with an injury, and he's come back straight into the starting lineup tonight for Mark Ulaj. See if he can continue, but it doesn't look like anybody's being readied at the moment on the Para Hills bench. Looks like he's clutching his ribs, maybe. He's breathing quite heavily as well. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to continue here.
Hard to tell. I didn't see it, missed it, but certainly looks like he.
Looks like the physio's given the 50-50 sign as well. So
yeah, they're looking at the rib cage, so maybe a knock to the torso.
And it is going to be Mark Ulaj to warm up now with one of the assistant coaches. Be a like-for-like replacement. He played well last week, skippering the side as well. In that defensive midfield role as well, which was unfamiliar to me from my knowledge of him. He obviously played at Raiders when I was there. I was in the under-18s. He was in the reserves, and I knew him more as a centre-back. So
yeah,
to see him in the base of midfield is good to see his versatility.
Adelaide City look quite comfortable at the back, don't they? Even when they're under pressure, they still look quite comfortable at the back. Not that Para Hills haven't, but it's been quite marked by Adelaide City.
Thomas now with the back heel. Ball's floated in and cleared by Mitsoulis. I think as well the way that Paul Pezos sets up his defence. You can see how high players like Fergus Lynch, and now you can see Gutierrez going into that midfield.
Yep. But now they might get caught, look.
It is Cairo Felix.
3 on 2.
Driving inside now, it's Felix. Still going Felix. Is he fouled? Oh. Referee says no. That's a big decision there, and it's for a goal kick as well. What do you think about that one, David?
Well, I thought that might have been a penalty because he went across him, didn't he? The ball was gone and he put his body across him. Look, it wasn't clear cut, it wasn't clear cut, but I would have thought that might have been a penalty. Others would have given it.
Yeah, you can see the Para Hills bench here, not very happy at all with the referee. He obviously missed some pushing the backs that they were right in front of as well, and after that one now they're definitely furious with him at the moment. That's obviously one of the disadvantages you get with putting all those fullbacks into the midfield. Gutierrez that time right in front of us, could see him looping into that midfield looking for a ball, and it was a missed pass where they had the numbers, Para Hills, and at that stage it was Cairo Felix who had all the space in the world to drive into. Look at the rotations. It's Abichu now at fullback, and it's Gutierrez in the midfield. Bucco, little flick inside. Gutierrez back to Bucco, delivers. It's bouncing, and it looked like it was almost going to come back to him this time.
He rushed the cross though, didn't he? He didn't need to rush the cross, but he just rushed it, and it was a bit poor, really.
Put into a dangerous area, and that's a bouncing ball in the box is always difficult for a defender to clear. So
yeah,
at least they've kept the ball here, and he's put it into a dangerous area. You never know what can happen. Deflections as well.
Yeah, he did the right thing to let it go out for the throw, but the cross was a bit disappointing.
Gutierrez throws that one at almost the head of Bressan there. He's a bit diminutive, but at least you've got to aim for the lower half of his body.
Yeah. Well, I guess he tried to get it over his opponent's head, didn't he? Gutierrez with the throw. He needed to get it over his opponent's head, but it didn't drop enough, did it? Here's Gutierrez again with the ball. Robbed.
De Oliveira now. Recovered from that injury. Neat little pass to Conant. Hussein. He's got Stressler on the left here. Conant goes himself, sorry. And he couldn't find Muradi at the back stick.
He couldn't find Muradi, or Muradi wasn't there? I think Muradi wasn't there. I think that was a great little ball, but Muradi was just a bit slow to get there, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask. He's the right fullback in this 4-2-2, so you would have a right striker and a right 10 as well that should be at the back post there rather than expecting a right fullback to get there. But
yeah, fair point. Yep.
He's a goal-scoring fullback as well. Last week he lined up at right fullback and he actually scored the third goal in their win.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be all the way up there. He was on the edge of the box, got a through ball and tucked it away.
Yeah.
Later in the game he moved into the base of midfield, but obviously he's another one of those players who can play in a lot of varied positions.
We're just into additional time here, boys, but it's half-time at South Adelaide between them and Comets. Comets 3-0 up at the half-time break, and just before we go to the half-time break shortly, they had Mark Ulage warming up, but he's still just standing and waiting, so we could be seeing Para Hills Knights send out an SOS at half-time.
Yeah, we saw some half-time subs last week from the Mowbray Jet side, actually, not from the Para Hills team, so be interesting to see what De Oliveira can last. I'm sure he wants to play longer in this game. He didn't feature at all last week, as we mentioned. And he is the captain of this side, at least for this game. Wearing the number 10 shirt as well, so he's going to be very influential. A bit too long there from Harry Thomas as Muhutira marshals it out for a goal kick from Delangus. Gutierrez, great touch from Bucco, but I think he didn't expect himself to get on the end of that if he ran a bit further.
He's a better player than he thinks. Half time. Good first half, enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's very to and fro in the first opening stanza. Then Adelaide City put their foot on proceedings and got that goal and had a few more chances as well with some set pieces. But Para Hill's definitely not out of this. You saw there at the end of the half a couple chances that they had when Adelaide City pushed their numbers into the midfield and they had the free run of the wings.
Yeah, absolutely. Para Hill's certainly not out of this. I think Adelaide City have been marginally the better team, but not in a way that makes it look that Para Hills can't score. I think they're perfectly capable of getting something out of this game still. They've got to change something somewhere, maybe midfield, because I think Adelaide City have been winning the battles in midfield. The game's opened up a lot more as the first half has gone on. But they just haven't taken any of those chances. They've just that final ball just hasn't been right.
Goes top corner, Anderson in!
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! That's another one from Modbury Jets. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. The South Australian National Premier League Grand Final has arrived, and nobody could have predicted what we'll have in store tonight in the home base of football here in South Australia at Service FM Stadium. The newly promoted Modbury Jets will face off against the relentless young talents of Adelaide United.
Exactly, so no, it's a real just natural leader.
That's a poor ball and slipped, and it's Madonna. He's through against Neil, then he finishes to get the first goal of the Grand Final. Panache Madonna, the Zimbabwe-born, has represented Australia, gets the first goal for Adelaide United.
Jared Walsh, who's in the crowd as well, the voice of South Australia. So it's good to see those faces here.
Ball coming in, McCabe. They have another opportunity. Cleared away. NPL State League 1 and State League 2, of course State League 2 final as well between Salisbury United and Western Strikers at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Madonna looking for the second. Good save by Neil. Unable to be kept out. And it's Luka Jovanovic to get a second. Poor defensive work by the Modbury Jets. And Luka Jovanovic gets another.
The pace of Madonna on full display again there. You can see him just breeze past Mullen. I think in saying that, it's big for the young Reds to try and maintain this momentum and finish the game off, because you know that Modbury are going to have a late surge.
And they could do here. Yule gets a third. 5 minutes before halftime, Johnny Yule comes into the starting 11 and makes an impact.
As you were saying, Joe.
Yeah, we're talking about looking to finish the game off. I mean, right on cue.
In that second leg, Liam McCabe over the top to Mateo, the substitute, with the ball now. The ball across the face. Just couldn't get any sort of touch off his body. Comes into the starting 11 for the grand final. We've got a starter of last week in Fabian Taladera on the bench for Adelaide United. Ball comes in across the face of goal, and it's another finish and another goal from Luka Jovanovic. He's got a double in the grand final to make it 4-0 for Adelaide United. And you'd almost think that's the game done and dusted.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Seb. I think that's probably really made it difficult for Modbury now to actually get anything out of this game.
Wearing the lowest number for Adelaide United youth tonight, number 23. Off the crossbar. Cleared away by Stefan Mateo. Alagic. Johnny Yule. Through to Jovanovic. It's possible for him to get the hat-trick as well tonight. Johnny Yule gets the 5th for Adelaide United. And it's just damage control now from Aubrey Jets, you think, unfortunately.
It's what I said earlier, that it was going to need to be damage control at 4, but I think this is going to get a little bit worse before it gets any better for Modbury.
Adelaide United are readying up some substitutes. Who does it look like?
Yeah, it does look like Crawford and Taladera are going to make their way on. And back to you.
Ball coming in on the edge of the box. Giselle gets the 6th for Adelaide United.
Lost for words. There's nothing to say, I don't think, at this stage of the game. I mean, we're kind of looking at each other.
Still looking to get another one. Alagic, Jovanovic on the edge of the box. A sneaky ball through and off the crossbar.
Taladera off the bench and onto the score sheet. Just emphatic finish, and I mean the combination play around the edge of the box and the patience as well. They were lining up there really to finish it off.
Of the grand final. A small slip there, and Liam McCabe to Hamish. McCabe gets one back for Modbury Jets to make it 7-1.
Is the comeback on?
Hamish McCabe.
I'll tell you what, that could have changed the game. Scoring there. Still 5 minutes to go. Here we go.
To get another.
Oh.
And who else could it be? To make it 7-2.
Just as I said that they needed a score, they scored again.
For as well, a crowd of 1,627 for this NPL Grand Final. Corner on the edge of the box, Alagic. And Daniel Cook puts the whistle to his mouth. And Adelaide United win the 2023 NPL Grand Final in South Australia. And fully deserving winners in the end. A great performance and a great finals campaign. All of the players waiting and now jumping in to be a part of the celebrations. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Second leg semi-final. A chance at a berth in the grand final for both sides. Good touch in behind now. It's Daniel DeTroy on the right side. Looks for Hamish McCabe. He's got a bit of space here. Early shot there to the near post, and it's a good save low there from Isaac Carmody. Barbiero puts it to contest for Nagamatsu. What a touch there. He's brought that down.
Beautiful.
Not got much support. He might go himself with a left foot. One more again. Lays it off to Gow. Deflected.
Just past the post there. Really spreading this field though, Metro Stars. You see they're never cramped in an area for too long. UB found Chittadini. Has the strike deflected. Just past the post, sorry. It was Chittadini, bit of a risky back pass this time. Hamish McCabe slips in. Stefan Matteo, big chance for Modbury. The tame shot at the end though from Stefan Matteo. Daniel DeTroyer. Still going the right back. Good play here on the right side from Modbury. Makeda now. Cuts it back. Liam McCabe's there! Just off the goal line there from Isaac Carmody. What a save and what a chance from Modbury.
Yeah.
A lot of time to make sure what kind of shot he was going to take. Just couldn't put it past the keeper. Nagamatsu, couple tricky feet. Has a strike! Off the post! Red Nagamatsu was almost the hero again there. Put yourself anywhere as a goalkeeper and he'll still beat you. Yeah. See what he can do. Hamish Gow from the free kick. It is Gow to the top left, off the bar. It's off the bar from Hamish Gow. I told you he's going for that top right corner. And Henderson though comes away with it and tries to look for one in behind. Liam McCabe's got on the end. His brother left him there, and now it's Hamish again. 1-on-1. Hamish McCabe! Oh! What a goal, Hamish McCabe in the top right corner. And it's back on here.
What a strike.
Look at the celebration on him as well. James Ward-Prowse-esque. Smashes that one into the top corner as he does with his golf club.
Yeah.
And it's 1-0 here. 3-3 on aggregate, sorry.
I'm going to say terrible, of course.
Okay, he keeps it alive here. Tries to play Hamish McCabe in behind again. He has got ahead of his defender. Hamish McCabe! Oh my God, Hamish McCabe!
Two.
With the left foot, Hamish McCabe. He's put his side ahead and ahead in the tie as well. Now it's 4-3 to Modbury Jets. And his 19th goal of the season, Hamish McCabe.
That changes everything, doesn't it?
What a couple of minutes from the number 9. Whip it in and see what happens. They do stick to rituals. Chittadini. Flick back post, and it was Nagamatsu again. As we were talking, so I might break here for another
just
chance.
Hold on for a minute.
Nagamatsu on the left foot. Comes back out to Chittadini. He floats one. Ayubi's there! Just past the post, Austin Ayubi. What a chance for Metro Stars. Adelaide United youth team. It's Hamish McCabe again. This time he plays in Hernandez. On the left foot, Josh Hernandez. Oh. What a save, Isaac Carmody. Oh my days.
Save of the season. Easily save of the season. That's kept them in it. Just trying to see if there's been any formation changes as a result of those substitutions coming on, but it's a bit hard to tell just at this moment in time.
Hernandez and Gow are battling. Hernandez himself. Hernandez now. Oh my God. That's another one for Modbury Jets. It's 3-0 for Modbury Jets. And it's Hernandez, the hero again. Is it too far to come back now?
I would say so. Game, set and match, I would say.
Against the run of play at the home of Metro Stars, it's Modbury Jets who are winning 3-0 here.
I would never have put money on that at the start of the day, would you? You could reflect that final series is cruel, isn't it? Metro Stars done. And what a shame for them. You know, they've had a hell of a season, if I can use that word, and all that hard work just seems a little bit undone. Big moment for Modbury Jets.
And it's Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, Anderson in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Ridden in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! That's another one for Modbury Jets.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. talk about yourself as shit. Like, he's passing you as shit now. But if we're just doing boring passes all day, I'll take everything on, but it's boring.
Again, get ready. Yeah.
Back underway here at Para Hills. The score is 1-0 to the away side in Adelaide City. And in our other game, it's still 3-0 to Adelaide Comets. They kicked off just before us as well. Abichu now with an early win in this half. He's driving 1v1 with the defender, Yared Abichu. Lays it off to Akot, the goal scorer, who puts it across for Abichu again, and he has finished. This time it's Yared Abichu, who gets a very early goal in this second half, David.
Yeah, much better celebration as well as he runs into the corner. Look, immediately onto Para Hills, weren't they? I mean, that was just up there, put them right on the back foot, and managed to get a goal out of it. What a start to the second half.
Well, that's paying off his early press there in the first half. Straight from the off, the centre defensive midfielder who he's lined up as has continued his run all the way into the box, went 1v1 with the defender and kept going like a late run like Frank Lampard.
Yeah. What do Para Hills Knights do now? I mean, they've set up very quickly. They want to get back into this. They don't want to let that affect them. So they've reset themselves here. They're waiting for Adelaide City to come back to take the centre kick again. For the second centre kick we've had in the last minute, really, isn't it? But what do Para Hills Knights do now? They're going to have to conjure something up to try and get something out of this game now, even though we're only halfway through it.
Right on the 46th minute, they've found the goal there. And this time it's Peter Akot with the assist. A goal and assist for him,
yep.
Assist for Bucco, and a goal for Yared Abichu. And they've really taken the chokehold of this game now, Adelaide City. 2-0 to the away side. And what a season they're starting to have here. It's round 2, but 6 goals and none conceded so far for Adelaide City.
Yeah, it's a very promising start, isn't it? As the ball's played forward but cleared. Yeah, look, it's a very promising start for Adelaide City. I know we're only in round 2 and we're not even finished round 2. We're only halfway through this second league game for them. But what a start. I think young Seb might have something for us. He keeps waving at me frantically.
What have you got for us, Seb?
Yeah, pretty much as soon as
Hold on. Oh. Sorry, Seb, on you go. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much as the second half started, the Para Hills Knights bench went straight to Logan Miley McFall and told him to get ready. So clearly presenting himself, telling the bench to take a chance on him and make an impact from the bench in the second half.
Yes, well, we did say De Oliveira was struggling with an injury in the first half. Looks like he's stayed on, and Ulaj is still here on the bench. Nobody's warming up right now for Para Hills. But it's Adelaide City on the attack every moment in this second half so far. I don't think it's been in the other half yet. I don't think Delangas has had a touch yet.
No, I'd agree with you. It's been all City for this first couple of minutes. So
they go again here. Bressan now picks it up on the edge of the box. Thomas with space. Takes this defender, and it's a very similar area to that one in the first half, and Regis goes the same way and says nothing doing.
Yeah, no penalty there for me. Made the most of it, I think. I wouldn't be playing at the back here, would you?
And it is Harry Thomas who picks it up, finds
offside.
Larry Latanzio, puts it in the back of the net, but the linesman was definitely up and ready for that one, as he was in the first half for an offside goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, first half, Para Hills Knights got themselves into that situation before where they tried to play at the back while Adelaide City had pressed up. I think that's the third time they've done it this game. It's not working for them, you know.
We mentioned in the first half, Peter Okot, the new signing, straight away with a goal. This time it's Yared Abichu, so all the new signings want to get their name on the score sheet so far. Got a few more on the bench as well, and I'm sure if there's more goals in this game, you're going to see some of them make an appearance there, but every second, that one gets right into the face of, was it Barney Smith or one of the other assistant coaches of Adelaide City?
Yeah, he's holding the side of his jaw.
Well, they're perched right on the edge of the coach's box there, but on that occasion, I'm sure they wish they were back on the regular bench. So Larry Latanzio now breaks kindly for Bressan. Got his foot under it, but not over it that time, and he clears it into the fans behind the goal.
Yeah, Bressan got that wrong. His body was all over the place, really, wasn't it? He just had a bit of a swipe at it. Maybe had a bit more time than he'd realised, but
could have taken a touch, I think.
Yeah, I think he could have taken a touch, but again, another opportunity. You know, Adelaide City have looked good this second half. We're only a couple of minutes in, but God, they look good.
They're really strangling that Para Hills midfield at the moment, and they can't seem to get out past that halfway line. Again, look how many players around the ball, and Gutierrez comes away with it now. They just seem to be finding all the right people, Adelaide City. And it's that man, Bucco, puts one back post for Thomas. Goes down again. Bit soft.
Yeah, he should have jumped up in there and tried to get his head on it rather than drop into the ground.
It's going to be an early sub here as well. It was that man that Seb mentioned, Marley McFarlane. Who's he coming on for, Seb?
They didn't really say, to be honest, but it looks like they didn't talk too much about the sub, to be honest, when they were discussing the substitute coming off.
Looks like it's Strester, I think, number 12.
Yeah, it's number 12, Strester, yeah.
Looks like it's a like-for-like replacement as well. It looks like he's going to be positioning himself right up front there with Hussein. And it's going to be Musawi who drops down into one of those wide 10 roles on the opposite side to Harrison Conant. Cott now breaks away on that right side. He's got an overlap in Bucco. Pezos calling for the delivery.
Hey, seven! Get up!
Working it well on that right side, waiting for the opportunity now, and I think they're going to come all the way back now.
Just playing a little bit of possession football, really, aren't they? But and then that final ball comes through.
De Oliveira now trying to go forward, and another Adelaide City body in the way. It's Bucco looking for Larry Latanzio. He's getting a cut back. Almost finding Bressan there. I could see him making the run at the penalty spot. And he falls over, and now it's Mutuhara, the centre-back for Para Hills, driving all the way forward. It's a 4v3 if they can make this work, and it's a poor ball from the centre-back.
Oh, that's a shame. They gave him so much space, he didn't know what to do with it.
Muhatira there with a driving run. And right at the last moment in the 4v3, he's picked the wrong opportunity, and now Adelaide City are right back on the attack. Very patient with their build-up, Adelaide City. Bucco now splits the gap. It's Larry Latanzio on the far side. Can he find a cutback? He does! This time it's cleared by Murati, the right fullback, right on the goal line with Harry Thomas lurking at the back post. Para Hills now. Marley McFall using his body well. Can't find a pass though. Murati clears. They might have a little spell on the ball here now, Para Hills, with De Oliveira.
I think that's what they've got to do. They've just got to get possession and just hold on to it for a bit, because City are just pressing on them so quickly that they're just not getting a chance to get a handle on the ball.
Kwamana a bit lucky there, being caught on the ball, but the referee's called the foul. Maybe it's an earlier one actually from where they're taking this from. De Oliveira now sprays it out wide to Conant. Haven't seen too much of him tonight.
No, he's been a bit quieter than he was last week, hasn't he?
Here he goes though. Bit of a mazy run. Looking for Hussein. Gets his foot in front. Wants to turn to have a strike. Does on the left foot. It's not bad. Tough angle for him on his weak foot as well.
Yeah, decent enough strike, but Oxenham looked comfortable. He looked like he probably had it covered. Bit difficult to tell the angle from here. We're sort of adjacent to it, but nice turn and shot. But yeah, I think the keeper had it covered.
I'd love to see those half-time stats. I don't think Para Hills have had too many in general, not let alone on target tonight. Cott now. Adelaide City inviting that pressure now from Para Hills. Just waiting for that one player to be pressed out of position so they can thread the needle. A rock now. Looks long. Very central. Delangus claims. Scores the same in the other game as well. Still 3-0 to Adelaide Comets. So at this stage, South Adelaide have stemmed the flow, at least for that game. It's a turnover though this time. Fergus Lynch. And he's out of position this time. Musawi looking for somebody. He's going to have to go himself here. Looks for the nutmeg, but Abichu. Looks like they could play out of it, but it's getting a bit scrappy now on this near side.
Yeah, just the last couple of minutes have been a bit like that. Para Hills are just trying to get, if they can just get the ball. I think that's what they want to do. They just want to get the ball, get some possession of the ball.
Not sure if the camera can pick that up. Some ballerina warm-ups for Adelaide City. Maybe the pink kit's giving some ballerina vibes for them.
It's like they were choreographing to I Have a Dream or something.
Loose ball. It's returned to him as well, luckily for Felix. Some of the stars and the standouts we saw from Para Hills last week haven't really turned up at the moment.
Yeah, but I think Adelaide City haven't allowed them to turn up. I think Adelaide City have been really on form tonight. I think we're looking at a side that it's very early in the season, but I think in Adelaide City we're looking at a side that are certainly looking to make finals. I mean, I would put my money on them to make finals even now. They're just playing some nice, complete football. And I think Para Hills have just haven't been given the chance. I mean, if Para Hills can't get the ball just now, they spent the last 10 minutes chasing after shadows and trying to get the ball. If you can't get the ball, you're not going to be able to play football. So,
well, I think Adelaide City have always been known to play some good football and tactically adapting to what their opposition throws at them. But I think sometimes it's the dirty side of the game that they've been avoiding, and that's where they've felt that they've lost some games, especially in the final series last year against a team like Mulberry Jets. Didn't seem like they had much in them, but 2 set pieces, 2 somewhat scrappy goals is what took the 3 points away from Adelaide City. So at least today I think they've been in every challenge, winning every 50-50, and those second balls as well have been won every time for them. Every time you see Para Hills clearing it, seems to be falling to a pink shirt.
Yeah. Salmon.
Ballerina pink.
I reckon it's salmon. It's not bright enough to be pink for me. I think it's a salmon.
Yeah, I think it gets lighter as the outsides of it, the bottom and to the sleeves as well. Probably right in the middle is where it's most prominent. But Bucco now finds Lynch inside.
Lynch has had a good game, hasn't he? He just seems to pop up everywhere, doesn't he? Gets the ball, he's very economical with it. He doesn't seem to give it away much. Finds the pass, makes the pass, then moves. Just finds the space really well. Now he's darted into the middle. He's aiming for the penalty spot. He was waiting for a big cross to come in. So his movement off the ball is good too.
And that's the listed left back for Adelaide City. So
there he's on the ball now.
Probably got that freedom to play in most positions with this formation. Just turned over there from Kurek Romana to Lowry Latanzio. Using his speed. Can he get away from two? It's been sandwiched and Regis calls it to Adelaide City. I think it's also a similar role if you look at some of the coaching style of Campbelltown City. Jake Halliday, their left back, kind of plays in that similar free role as a left back. You don't really see that much. Usually you see it as for a 10.
Yeah.
But looks like Pezos and Matriciani are trying to employ this free role, fullback role. And it seems to be working for both of them. Bucco and Bressan on this. I think it's going to be the right foot of the captain, Bucco. Who can he pick out? Bucco can pick out the gum trees, it looks like.
Yeah. The conversation when we came in with the groundsman again, and he was talking about how there'd been some koalas up in these trees and they'd been endangering them.
Yeah, that's why they put up those nets. And
yeah.
Even that time, I think Bucco missed the net altogether and put that one over the advertising hoardings.
So your shooting's not very good if you're hitting if you're hitting koalas up in those trees. Your shooting's not very good, is it?
Conant gets the flick on. He'll find the second ball and Regis calls it back for a free kick. It's the hour mark passes. Any favourites for man of the match so far, maybe?
No, look, Lynch has been good. I think Bucco's been good. He's popped, well, Lynch has popped up everywhere. Bucco's been, he's sort of stood out in terms of Laurie Latanzio on the ball just now. He's had a good game.
Gutierrez as well. He's been defensively sound.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, and we're listing a bunch of Adelaide City players, aren't we? We haven't named any Para Hills Knights players. There's nobody in the Para Hills Knights that's really stood out for me. I don't think it's been a fairly ensemble sort of cast. Question now, I suppose, is do Para Hills Knights try and get something out of this? Are they still looking to try and get a point out of this game, or have they gone into conservation mode? Because City look good, don't they? Look at that. That's confidence, isn't it?
Gets fouled after as well, does Thomas.
There wasn't much in that, I don't think.
Now it's a Cott with speed. Has a shot with his left, deflected again. A strike on goal.
Tricky one for the keeper when it comes through spinning like that after a deflection, but Delangus held it well.
Felix looking long and easy for Arok to clear. It's Marley McFall now using his body. Kuruk Romana.
Better feet from Para Hills. They've just strung a few passes together. That'll do wonders for their confidence.
Good little skills there from Musawi as well.
Yeah, maybe too much, but
turns away. I think he's going to win this foul, and he does.
Yeah.
I think that was all instrumental from the midfielder, De Oliveira. Got his foot on the ball quite a lot there. Here he is again. Looking long. Does he get it in between the two? He does. It's Murati. The cutback to nobody. It is Marley McFall this time, who finds the bottom corner. The sub just after half time, and we're talking about Fergus Lynch having such a good game, and he's got a fresh area on that clearance.
Yeah, no, that was well worked. Maybe a little bit against the run of play, but that opens the game right up, doesn't it? And Marley McFall's put that away well. You know, he's a big guy. He's used his body well. Maybe doesn't have the pace of some of his opponents, but nice strike. He's done well.
I think
put him on and they've said, take a chance on me, and he's gone, no bother. I'll see what I can do for you.
Definitely think that's the influence of the captain, De Oliveira, as well. We're talking about him getting on the ball, and he did that time and played an expert ball in between the centre-back and the full-back that time. Murati, the full-back for Para Hills, kept his run as well. Delayed, wait for the cutback. Put into a spot where I thought nobody was, but obviously Marley McFall was first to read it and expertly found the bottom corner. We'll go down to Seb O'Neill on the touchline. Have you got any news for us?
Yeah, just straight after that goal, you could hear Paul Bezos scream out to his fence, pretty much just telling him that it was lazy defending, and those were the words that he used for it, lazy. So clearly not happy with conceding that first from the super sub, but a great way for this second half to fold out now after scoring a goal for Para Hills, 2-1.
Well, that definitely now puts our man of the match into contention again. It's a Cott now. He looks like he's going to get the first booking of this game for a late tackle on Conant. Maybe there's an avenue back into this now for Para Hills.
Yeah, well, I think it's half time. We were sort of surmising that they weren't out of it. They were maybe marginally not as good as their opponents, or hadn't been as good as their opponents for that first 45. And then they got that sucker punch when Adelaide City scored in the first minute of the second half to go 2-0 up. But at no stage have they looked like they've been completely out of it. They've always had that chance. And you know, a 2-0 lead, as they say, is a dangerous one to have, because if your opponent pulls one goal back, then the tie is back on. So whether it gives them the momentum to try and get a second one or not, time will tell.
Marley McFall taking this set piece, and he finds the man who teed him up, Murati.
Funny enough, boys, last time these two teams played all the way back in 2020, it actually ended 2-1 the way of Adelaide City through Terence Carter and the captain today, Nick Bucco. Of course, they're at Adelaide City Park, and also Logan Marley McFall scoring that day as well. So nearly 4 years since these last two teams played each other. Last time Para Hills Knights even won against them was back in 2019, where they had a 2-1 win at Adelaide City Park. So 4 years in the waiting to have almost the exact same scoreline. Hopefully Knights won't want to keep it that way.
The pace of the game's just picked up in the last couple of minutes, hasn't it? So Adelaide City a bit rattled maybe. Para Hills Knights got their confidence up, on a bit of a roll after the recent goal.
I think now they definitely want to get another goal in this game as well, do Adelaide City. They were playing it calmly at the back in the half of Para Hills, but seems like now the press of Para Hills can't get out of their defensive half right now, and Adelaide City do send a few subs to warm up now. Be interesting to see who the addition they can bring into this game that might spark life back into them.
Yeah, Adelaide City now killed the pace of it, haven't they? They're just knocking around the back just now just to kill the pace off a little bit.
Lynch now, he drives inside again. Great touch there from Larry Latanzio, bounces off 1-2. And another free kick in a dangerous area, David.
Yeah, I think the ref got it right though. I think there was a little bit of a body charge there. Don't know if he went for the ball. He's just sort of given Larry Latanzio a little bit of a nudge with the body, enough to put him off. So,
and it looks like Larry Latanzio might want this himself, even though he's got the captain Bucco next to him.
This is Bucco range though, isn't it? This is Nicholas Bucco's. This is his range, isn't it?
Did have the opportunity in the first half. This looks like, from our view at least, it would be a perfect situation for a right footer just outside the box. To the left side. I reckon you're looking at that top left if he's aiming anywhere.
Para Hills Knights look like they've got their wall a bit closer now. I reckon that free kick in the first half, they were way too far back. So
if he doesn't shoot, I'll be disappointed.
Here he is, Bucco.
There's a silence has descended here, isn't there?
Goes short. Larry Latunzio bounces in front of the keeper. It's still alive. Murati clears it. You surprised he didn't shoot there, Seb?
Absolutely. I wouldn't have really expected any of the outcome. Yeah, interesting set piece technique, but I think, yeah, Booker to take this corner as well. He was from the first half at a different corner taker.
He'll take the next free kick after that, won't he?
That all might be a shot.
Goes short, does find Larry Latunzio again. Does he whip it? He does. This time it's Delengas to claim without a bounce.
Yeah, that was a poor shot and goal, really. Just weak along the ground and sort of straight into Delangelo's hands, but a disappointing outcome, really.
Gets the second, and he's skipped past his defender, and the referee says no foul there. It looks like it's going to go all the way back to Delengas. The wind picks up here as well. Can notice a bit up here in the media box.
City just pressing. Look, they just want that ball back.
Murati now looking for somebody in behind.
Forced the error.
Bressan, good ball to Harry Thomas. Big sliding tackle from Muhatira. This game has definitely had life back in it. Harry Thomas, does he look to whip? I think he does. He's had a lot of time to look at that, and he's been called offside, so it's not the best run from the left winger.
I feel Adelaide City are dictating the pace of it, aren't they? They slow it down when they want to, and they pick it up when they want to. They're sort of the ones that I feel are dictating how quickly this game's played and at what pace.
Here we go. I think there's going to be a major substitution for Adelaide City here. It's going to be a debut as well, David. Wait to see when he comes.
Not for me.
Wait to see when he comes on, and we can announce it then. But I wonder who's going to come off for Adelaide City now. It's a very important part of the game. Game's still in the balance, 2-1. Goal can change everything here. It's Bressan. Whips it in behind. Larry Latunzio, has he broken the offside trap? He has. Goes 1v1 with Muhatira. Another dangerous challenge in the box, but the referee again waves nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there was anything in that. It's a bit disappointed to see him go down so early, so easily. It was a lovely run. You know, he's had a good game. It would have been good to see him just cut inside and try and get a shot in. I don't think there was much in the contact.
Still waiting for their sub here, Adelaide City. Think they're going to wait. They're going to do it now. Buko flicks in behind. Couple dummies from both the players there. Cairo Felix with a bit of burst of pace now. Here he goes, the left back. Switching play now. This is better from Para Hills. Conant. Can he get in front of his man? He does. Musawi 1v1 with Lynch now. Looks in behind. Conant's there. Cuts it across. Easily defended from Adelaide City. Thomas and Stokes. And Stokes clears it out wide. Here's that substitution. Number 14 for Adelaide City, the 5-time championship winner with Campbelltown. Adam Piscineri coming on for his Adelaide City debut.
I think it's Harry Thomas coming off for Adelaide City.
Here's another player who made his debut tonight, straight in the starting lineup after not appearing last week. And he's going to be a straight swap for Adam Piscineri. The only difference I think that makes Piscineri for Thomas. Thomas probably had a bit more pace on him. And Piscineri is probably a bit more technically sound. More of a midfield player. So if he's playing in that right 10 role, it's going to be interesting to see how far in behind he can get. And maybe he's going to be the one who plays the other players in behind.
Yeah.
Murati now. Good turn for Marley McFall. Whips it around, and we might go down to Seb O'Neill. Have you got something for us down there?
Yeah, you might have just heard before and seen Regis Quefflet come over to the Para Hills Knights bench, claiming that they were having a joke, saying that Harry Thomas was coming off a bit too slow for their liking. But Regis Quefflet decided to come over and just give them a slight warning, but claiming that just having a joke. Even I think a few from the Adelaide City bench found it quite funny as well. So nothing too much in it.
Good strong tackle there from De Oliveira. He seems to be getting on the ball much more this half.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think he has. He seems to have just popped up a bit more than he did in the first 45. De Oliveira. Knights maybe just lifted over the last 5 minutes or so, eh?
Bit of a soft foul. Muhatira on Buko there.
Yeah, not much in that.
I'm definitely sure I saw in the first half a major push on this near side that was given nothing. So
Yeah.
for that one to be given is a bit interesting to see. Abichu now sprays it out to Lowry Latunzio. It's a rock. Larry Latunzio drops the shoulder, but great defending there from Cairo Felix. Didn't dive in, and he's won the throw in as well. Oh, good flick there from De Oliveira, and Bressan's won it and gave him his own back heel. Piscineri on the edge of the box! Oh, that is very close to a penalty. Regis Queflex over there quickly and points to a free kick just outside the box. This is very close range now.
It is. It's right on the edge, but do you know it's hard to get to get a ball into the. It's hard to take a direct free kick that close in because you know, how do you get the ball to dip if you're going to get round that wall or get over that wall? So difficult spot. Maybe a bit too close in, but I don't think that'll stop Nicholas Bucco from having a crack though.
Well, it looks like the experience of Piscineri, he's taken over this as soon as he's come on. He wants to mark his debut with a spectacular finish.
Yep, my mistake, sorry.
Let's see what Adam can do here.
Oh.
Right into the keeper's hands, and he's parried it. Abichu with a weak challenge. It's Conant now. Can find Marley McFall in a loose touch there. And a late tackle from Karen Stokes. Might have just avoided a booking there, which is interesting. I think he's going to be booking the coach actually here is Regis Quefalek. I know it's a new rule in the game that if you ask the coach, if you ask the referee for a yellow as a player, then you get brandished one. But maybe if you ask him as a coach as well, you get brandished one.
Yeah, no, I think if you're in the technical area, and he is just in the technical area, I think if you're in the technical area, then you're regarded as fair game to the ref. And I think if he's mouthing off, then he's probably deserved it. He certainly didn't complain when he got the booking.
Felix now into the dangerous area. Couldn't find Kurik-Ramana. A rock goes long. He's got only Booker to contest with. Now they've got Nungbas Adelaide City. Piscineri picks it up now. Gutierrez. Again, Adelaide City being very patient on this right side. Just looking for one ball over the top or through the defence.
Interesting that Para Hills Knights are sitting so deep and not offering a challenge, considering they're 2-1 down. And yeah, that's what I mean. The keeper shout and make them work, but they're very deep, aren't they?
Yeah, if you look at that through that back line, you can definitely see the back four there. But Abu Hussein here, who was the striker, you can see how deep he's become. Maybe they've changed formation a bit here, but he was definitely one of the two leading the line for Para Hills now, and he's all the way back at right fullback.
Yeah.
Bressan now.
Para Hills look like they've kind of set up to defend her. Being 2-1 down. Ball over the top.
This is what they were looking for, Adelaide City. It's Lowry Latunzi on the far side. Just waiting to spin his defender. It's been good defending, and somehow they've won it as well on that far side, Para Hills.
Para Hills Knights now clear.
Still 3-0 in the other game to Adelaide Comets, so not the most entertaining second half, but here it is, and it's Marley McFall. Finds the captain, De Oliveira. Throws a few step overs, and he's still come away with it here. Murati looking for a cross or a pass. Finds Hussein. Conant now, the left foot, the deflection! Oh! He scored another screamer, as Harrison Conant. This time it's in the top left corner, and it's 2-0 here.
Oh,
game on.
It is. That's the danger of the 2-0 lead, isn't it? You know, they pull one goal back, they get on a bit of a roll and get a second one back. But I mean, Adelaide City were controlling that game for the last 5 minutes or so. They held on to the ball at the back, they were passing it around, they were controlling the tempo. Just against the run of play, and they defended really well there. Adelaide City had all of their players back defending really well there. I just didn't think Para Hills Knights would find a way through, but they have. Conant, was it Conant that scored it?
2-2 now for the new signing, Harrison Conant.
And he hasn't been as prominent this week as he was last. Last week he had a great game last week, didn't he? Been a bit quieter this week, but then he's popped up with that, makes it 2-0. What, we got 20 minutes to go or something?
I think it might be almost 15. We're into the 80th minute, that is now. That goal went in 10 minutes from time, in normal time at least. And I do think it's got to be a formation change for Para Hills. Conant and Marley McFall have been the two that have been staying up. And it's Abu Hussein who's dropped down deeper. And we're talking about how deep they were sitting, but the numbers they had in the box there, they have enough numbers to go forward when they do.
Yeah.
Here is Marley McFall. Finding Conant. Dragged to the ground. Referee says no. It's Bucco now. They've got numbers on that far side. Takot, he's been a bit quiet as well in the second half. Floats one in, back post. Dangerous area. Yanni Delangas with safe hands.
Yeah, comfortably taken by Delangas, but after us singing all the praises of Adelaide City, I guess it all comes down to how many times you can put the ball in the back of the net. And gosh, Knights haven't been the better of the two sides tonight, but that's not where it counts, is it? It's about how many goals you can score. So
Seb O'Neill might have some news for us down on the bench.
I must say, boys, the way that goal looked, the way it dipped from my angle was absolutely incredible. It was outstanding. Just another one as well. There's another score update. Adelaide Comets with about 6 minutes to go, 4-0 up against South Adelaide. And just checking who the goal scorer was, it was number 11, Gus Williams, getting on the score sheet and getting the fourth for Adelaide Comets. That's 4-0 down at South Adelaide, the way to Adelaide Comets.
And anything to say about the reaction to the goal from Adelaide City's bench?
Oh, it's more like what not to say. I mean, it's pretty quiet. I think a few of them, to be honest, maybe appreciated the strike, but deep down, obviously not happy with conceding, but definitely creates a great final 10 minutes or so, and I think they might be getting another substitute ready soon.
Did it look like it had a deflection on that shot as well from Harrison Conant? I couldn't see from our angle, but it dipped really, really deviously, at least, I would say, kind of similar to that Peter Ricott shot in the first half. So did it look like it had a deflection down there for you, Seb?
Not really. I just think it had a great dip on it. From my angle, it looked pretty clean. I didn't really see or hear a massive deflection. I think it was more the dip that you might have seen there, and just I guess another great strike from Harrison Conant, 2-2.
Another set piece here for Adelaide City before they're ready. That substitute. It's going to be Piscineri on that far side now. Can they wreak some havoc of their own, Adelaide City? To the middle of the box, and it is! It's a lock with his second in 2 games. And he's not at his side in front, sorry. 3-2 in this game. What a turn of events, David.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Hey, you couldn't write a better script, could you? 3-2. Well, I think the better side in the Knights ahead, but what drama. Well, Para Hills Knights, they look a bit deflated out there. The body language sort of gives that away a little bit, but I'll be interested to see what they do now to try and get back into this with 10 minutes to go or so.
The tale of the new signings here unfolding at Para Hills with his second in 2. The centre-back, Arok, with 2 goals in 2 games, the new signing. Abichu as well with his. And Peter Rakot as well. He had his second in 2 games as well. So 2 and 2 seems to be the lyric of the night.
Yeah.
And they're going to make the sub as well. Perfect timing for somebody like Patrick Karache to come on. Another new signing waiting to open his account as well. He replaces that second goal scorer for Adelaide City, Yared Abichu. And it looks like Booker's going to be staying on for a lot longer than I've expected. Came off, I think, in the 60th minute last week.
He did, yeah. 62, I think, yeah, or thereabouts, yeah. So, yeah.
What a game we've had here, David.
Yeah, it's been a real treat. I've really enjoyed it. So, the last 10 minutes or so are going to be interesting, aren't they?
Well, now they've definitely got to send everybody forward. You see Abu Hussein for Para Hills. He's taken back that position at the centre of attack.
Nicholas Bucco just helping the ref with guidance on where the throw should be taken. He's a kindly man, isn't he?
Oliveira now. Kurukumana just gets his touch away. Now they're pressing higher, are Adelaide City. Now Para Hills is struggling to play out. They have found Marley McFall. Spins. Was he taken out? He was, says Regis. And I think that's a booking to Bressan, who might have kicked the ball away there.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Lionel now. He's looking long. I think Abu Hussein's going to get on the end of this one. Good touch. Can he keep it alive?
He's got support too.
He plays Muradi. There's a first time cross here. Oh, and he makes him. But Muradi wasn't ready for it. Karacha. Muhitira now. Great splitting pass to Kurt Romana. He's looking for a switch now. Oliveira looking for that similar ball to the first goal. And it's a late tackle this time from Muradi on Lynch.
I think Muradi knew what he was doing, but so it just leant into his opponent in the air, so just enough to knock him down. But Adelaide City will take the time to take this kick, I would say.
Looks like Pezos has just informed anybody who could hear him that they're going back to a back 3 Adelaide City with wing backs, 2 6s and 2 10s. And 1 striker, I think that is, if that's got all the right numbers.
Yeah.
Good win back from Para Hills now. It's Muradi on the left side. Looks for that man, Conant. He gets a 1-2 again. Conant, edge of the box. Crowded out this time. And it's Lowry Latanzio who sprints away with some pace. He's going himself now. Taken out this time by Muradi.
Nah, I think that was a foul there. Muradi's protesting his innocence, but there was fair contact there, I think, and Lowry Latanzio went down. Almost like a twizzle as he went down, wasn't it? Which is a move in ice skating, but definitely a foul for me.
Yeah, perfect press resisting run though. That is from Lewis Lowry Latunzio. We'll go down to Seb. Have you got something for us?
Yes, just another score update. 91st minute, 5-0 the way of Adelaide Comets. Nathan and DeGento with the 5th and what you'd imagine, full time now down at South Adelaide. 5-0 the way of Adelaide Comets. A Greedo brace, an own goal, Alan Welsh and Nathan and DeGento.
Pictionary looking for the knuckleball there. It's gone over the bar, but I think they were looking for maybe to try and keep that ball, Adelaide City, and he's tried the Ronaldo technique and it's failed miserably. Yes, as you were saying, Seb, a 5-0 result away from home for Comets. It's a real title challenging performance, that.
Not good signs for South Adelaide as well. 4-0 loss in the first week, 5-0 loss in the second week, or they're so 9 goals conceded, so not a great start really, is it?
Good turn from Marley McFall. Tries to lay through Hussein with his right foot. He was adjudged to be offside, even if he got that touch under control.
Yeah, that might have been different if he just, well, he was offside, so it doesn't matter, but he certainly was in a good spot there for a crack on goal, wasn't he?
It's interesting to see as well. I don't think there's been only one sub for Para Hills so far. Just Marley McFall.
Yeah, I reckon, yep.
Nobody of their bench is warming up here, but they've definitely not utilised any of the subs they have on the bench. Maybe they're too defensive for today's game. Para Hills charging their players forward now. It's Kuruk Romana who has been told to stay up forward and maybe play in a 10 role instead of a 6 where he was previously.
Do you think Knights have been relying too much on the counter-attack? Do you think that's what they've been doing tonight and they've just relied on it a bit too much?
I think it's possible. I think in those early stages of the game they tried way too much on trying to get that long ball through to somebody, and you could see how much more success they're getting when they're playing these short balls and into feet. It's Marley McFall with the right foot. Great block from a rock. Muhitira. Looks like Para Hills maybe have switched back to a back 3 as well, trying to get some numbers forward.
Yeah. Certainly
Muhitira.
Certainly when they're in possession, that's what they're doing.
Oliveira trying to spin out of trouble. Is he going to go for another long one? Muhitira, no, he goes short. Connors picked it up. Good spin. Has a shot with his left again. Great save from Oshin. How has he kept that in his hands?
Yeah, he's done well to hold it. I mean, I think he was always going to get to it, wasn't it? But to hold it and bring it down and not just palm it away for a corner was excellent goalkeeping.
He had a quiet start to this game, Connacht, but right near the end here, he's really starting to turn some players and get some shots on goal.
Yeah.
Looks like there might be one more sub for Adelaide City. It's going to be Nicholas Franchese.
Not sure how much time is going to be left. I think we're in about the 3rd or 4th minute of additional time now, so definitely time running short for Para Hills Knights to at least get the point.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're pressing up high to try and get something out of this. I think they'll be disappointed if they don't get a point, having scored twice, but for me, Adelaide City have been the better of the two sides.
They're going to make that sub now, Franchese, and it's looking like it's going to be the other goal scorer, Peter Racott, to make way. Regis telling him, go the shorter way off. There's not much time left in this game. I don't want you to waste any more of it.
Ironically, he told him to go the shorter way off when he was at the halfway line. At which point there probably was no shorter way. They're probably equidistant. But
Franchese been deployed often as a fullback under Pezos, but he also knows how to play that midfield role. So if he's playing in that wide 10 role, maybe he's going to play a more defensive version of that position. Some late attacks now for Para Hills. Had a good showing in front of their home fans. I'm sure not many expected them to come this close to a big team like Adelaide City.
Oh, well, they come here with a bit of hope, though. I don't think you can come into these games and think, you know, you've got no chance. So they would come into the game with a bit of hope, but they have been second best, but they haven't been outclassed. That's how I've seen it. I might even find Paul Prezos a bit disappointed to have conceded 2 goals, you know, against the promoted side. You know, he might be asking questions about his defence if in the post-match analysis, I would say.
Muradi looking long again. This is tough work for Hussein. He's got to battle 2 defenders by himself there. Larry Latanzio hacks that forward to Delengus. Can't be much long in this game. I think it's only up to added time now. Yeah, we've gone past the 90th minute.
About to enter the 6th minute of additional time, boys. Cannot be much long left.
Coaches on this Para Hills team telling everybody put it in. They might have one last long throw in if they don't. Regis calls time on the game, and it's 3-2 to Adelaide City. What a win for them.
Yeah, good follow-up from them from last week. I mean, I'm sure they'll be a bit disappointed to have conceded 2 goals. You know, they might look at that as a bit of a negative, and there'll probably be some questions asked of the defence of that. But a good result for Adelaide City, following on from their 4-0 win last week. So they've got 6 points in the bag after 2 games.
They put themselves well upon the park, though, Para Hills. 2 tough games to start off with. An ex-grand finalist, and then a big team like Adelaide City.
Yeah, so they've played Modbury Jets last week and come away with what many would have said was a surprise result, a 3-2 win. Come here and they've suffered a 3-2 loss. So they're what's that? 3 points after the 2 games. So they'll be a bit disappointed after tonight to have not got something from this. But I don't think they've been the better side on the night anyway. I think Adelaide City were probably the better team, and the better teams prevailed. So, but a good close game and a great game to watch as well.
Yeah, contrasting weeks for them. A big victory in the derby, and then an unfortunate loss at home. We're going to cross to Seb soon, who's got the match winner.
The match winner.
Akok Arok, the centre back. 2 goals and 2 for the new signing.
He'll be a happy guy, won't he?
Yeah, I'm here now with him. How does it feel to get the winning goal after going from 2-0 up to 2-2 and getting that winner late on?
To be honest, we made it hard for ourselves. We were 2-0 up. Started the second half good, got an early goal, but yeah, we made it hard for ourselves. Simple errors, but it's good to get on the score sheet. So happy we got the 3 points and on to next week.
I saw Yared Abatu come by for you to tell everyone about that header. How was it? How was it getting that final one?
Oh, it was good, man. 2 goals in 2 weeks, so it's fucking. Oh, can I swear? Can't swear.
Not really, but too late.
But yeah, it's good to get on the score sheet, and more importantly, 3 points. So happy with the result and happy to get on the score sheet. So
absolutely, 2 from 2. Yeah. Got a big one next week. How are you feeling going into that one? Or how many goals is this now? In 2 games.
2 and 2. Yeah. It's not bad for a centre back, huh? But yeah, it's all right. Okay, yeah, Commonwealth next week, big game. Yeah, prepare well and go again.
Congratulations. Thanks for talking to us. Back to you, boys.
Yeah, confidence on the centre-back there. 2 and 2. You don't really see that much for a centre-back, especially in his first 2 games for the club.
Yeah. I mean, 2 goals in 2 games. He wouldn't have expected that coming into this season, but he played a great game again tonight, didn't he? And yeah, like he said, I think they'll probably be asking some questions about how they've defended. They'll probably be asking questions about how they've defended and looking and analysing that and looking at how they can improve on that for next week. But they should be happy with the 2 wins.
Sits them pretty at the top. I think maybe Comets will probably be above them with goal difference.
Yeah.
But there's some 2 teams that have had success in the past, been grand finalists in the past. I know a lot of people expecting big things of Metro and Campbelltown, but these are the leaders starting off this season 2 rounds in. 2 wins for both these teams. Last week, I think it was Comets had a 2-0 win against Olympic and then a 5-0 win tonight, so there'll be +7 goal difference.
Yeah.
Adelaide City with a 4-0 and a 3-2, so they'll be +5. So
Yeah, and already the gaps will start to show. I mean, there's only 6 points up on offer after 2 rounds, of course. But once you start getting your goal, looking at the goal difference, that counts as an extra point. You know, if you're winning games by 4, 5, or 6 goals, then that might as well be an extra point for you in terms of your league position. Goal difference could be the big thing at the end, can't it?
Yes, know the Comets fighting for a final spot. Croydon as well were back in there, and it was all depending on how many goals were scored and conceded on that last game of the season. But I think Para Hills can be proud of their showing tonight. They've come away with a 3-2 loss, but another 2 goals against a top side like Adelaide City. They don't concede many.
No, that's right. I mean, that's another way. That's what they've got to look at. They've got to try, I suppose, and think positively after this, and consider themselves, having done what they've done, is they've managed to come away with scoring 2 goals against an Adelaide City team that looks like it's already on course to have a very good year. Of course, the wheels could fall off. There's a long way to go just at this point in time, but 2 goals against Adelaide City is not a bad return. I did feel they sort of set up a bit defensively. They didn't look like they were coming out looking for they weren't set up in an attacking kind of way. They were kind of set back a little bit, played a little bit defensively. I mean, at one stage Adelaide City had the ball at the halfway line. They were knocking it around, and the front 2 strikers, I think it was Conan and maybe Marley Williams at the time, just weren't pressing. And maybe they were relying too much on their counter-attacking football, but still they got 2 goals, didn't they? It's just a shame they conceded the 3. And that's obviously going to make it difficult to win if you're conceding as many as that in 90 minutes.
Well, we'll leave you there, and I'm sure we'll see what the food offering they have here at Para Hills as well. Maybe we got an interview with Seb if he's got anybody.
Oh, he's off like a shot. I'm not sure if you can see him or not, but look at him go.
Maybe Conan, if you can find him.
While he's doing that, what are we going to have over that big fry-up? Are we going to have ourselves a big, at the Scottish fry-up place? What we're going to do over there, we're going to have